Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. This video is a routine from my upcoming book, Yoga Fitness for Men. This routine is called the Strong Spine, Strong Body routine. So for this workout today, you don't need any equipment. You can have a block optional, and you're just gonna need a yoga mat, but that's it. We're gonna be focusing on strengthening your spine, strengthening your core, and all of the muscles that help support your spine. So full body workout, even though it's still focused on your spine. We're gonna work on mobility, strength. You're gonna sweat a little bit. You're gonna get stronger. We're gonna have some fun. So let's get straight to it. We're gonna start off in a child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touching. Keep your torso nice and long. Walk your arms out in front of you. Firmly press your hands into the ground. Relax your forehead on the ground. And remember, today's workout is focused on strength, so try not to think of it as a restorative workout. Squeeze your hands toward one another, tighten the abs, pull your shoulders down, so shoulder blades pulling down, and focus on keeping a nice straight spine. So hips are relaxing toward the heels. If you feel tension in your knee, you can bring your hips a little bit higher at first. And also slowing down your breathing, breathing in and out of the nose. One more breath here. All right, from here, take it up into a tabletop. We're gonna do some cat-cow to work on spinal mobility. So you're inhaling to arch your back, bringing your chest forward, looking forward and maybe slightly up, lifting your butt, and then exhaling to round, tightening your abs, lifting your upper back toward the ceiling, and tucking your chin toward your throat. We're gonna do 5 of these. You can do them on your own pace. The goal of this is stretching one side of your body while strengthening the other. So as we arch, we strengthen the back. As we exhale, we strengthen the front. So you're strengthening your core and stretching the muscles in your back. A couple more. And as you're focusing on the arch here, try to make length through the back of your neck. We tend to have pretty bad posture with our necks, so focus on lengthening there. Exhaling as you round. Making your torso long, opening up your chest, maybe looking slightly higher this time. Exhaling to round, tightening the abs, stretching your back, tucking your chin, looking behind you. Last one. Arching your back all the way, and then exhaling to round. Chin toward your throat, tucking the chin, looking back. All right, from here, moving to a seated position. We're gonna do a seated twist. So bring your right leg straight out in front of you. Keep that right thigh active, knee pressing toward the back of the ground, maybe heel off the ground. And then bring your left leg over your right thigh. Wrap up your left thigh, sit up nice and tall. And then from here, we're just gonna look slowly toward the left, just getting a nice light twist through the spine. We're keeping the hips active, so make sure you're not relaxing onto your left hip, but squeezing your right thigh, staying nice and tall, and then looking over toward the left. If this feels comfortable, if you wanna get a little more intense, you can bring your right elbow outside the left knee, your left hand behind your back, sit up as tall as possible. Again, staying active through the hips. Using your core strength to twist here and to hold the twist. One more breath. And then back to the middle and switching sides. So now left leg is out. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Squeeze your left thigh. Keep the leg active, so keep both hips active. Wrap up your right leg. Sit up nice and tall, so lifting your chest up, getting as tall as you can through your torso. And then look over toward the right. And as you inhale, you're getting taller, so the top of the head is pressing up. As you exhale, you're twisting a little bit deeper. But you're using your core strength to twist here. So you're not just cranking your back open, not just pressing on the thigh, but actually using your core strength to twist here. And again, if you want to go a little more intense, you can bring the left elbow outside the right knee, right hand behind the lower back. And again, sitting up as tall as possible and holding this with your core strength. One more breath. And then bring it back to the middle. Nice job. From here, we're going to move up into a standing position. So, top of the mat, toes touch, heels about an inch apart, palms facing forward, arms along your sides. Take a big inhale, lift your arms up. Interlace your fingers, point your index finger straight up toward the ceiling, and then squeeze your arms back, lift your sternum up for a standing back bend. If it's difficult to interlace your fingers overhead, you can try bending your elbows or using a strap overhead, so holding a strap between your arms. We're only here for a couple of breaths. Press down firmly through your heels, lift your sternum, try to keep your lower back neutral here, so make sure that your lower back isn't arching. You want to think bending from the mid-back up, not from the lower back. Try to squeeze your arms back a little bit more. We've got 10 more seconds. And go ahead and release your arms. All right, from here to a standing side bend. So arms overhead, interlace your fingers once more, point your index finger straight up, get nice and tall as you inhale, and then exhale, lean toward your right, press your hips toward the left. So here, going into, again, standing side bend, hips pressed toward the left. We want to stay nice and firm through the left side of the body. So you're feeling engagement through your core, engagement through your left side, but also feeling stretching through the left side of the body. Stay as tall as you can here, so top of the head pressing up. And as you exhale, maybe leaning a little bit deeper into the stretch, but always staying active, always focusing on active muscle engagement, not just collapsing to the side. One more breath here. And then bring it back to the middle. Relax the shoulders once more. Breathe in to lift up. Exhale toward the left, press your hips toward the right. Again, tightening through the abs, tightening through the right side of the body. Pressing your top of your head toward the ceiling. So you're staying nice and tall. And using your breath. So again, as you inhale, getting taller, getting longer. As you exhale, increasing the depth. One more deep breath here. Inhale back to the middle. And go ahead and release your hands. And we're back at the top of the mat. Half Sun Salutation. So palms facing forward. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms up. Exhale and forward fold. Bend your knees. If you need a block, bring your block in front of your feet so you can get your hands on the block if you struggle to touch your hands to the ground. Forward folding all the way here, keeping your chest tight, keeping your thighs engaged. So squeezing your abs, squeezing your thighs, tucking the chin. Half lift. Pull your body forward. Try to make an L shape with your body. Make sure your back is flat. Abs are tight, stretching through the backs of your thighs. Exhale and fold. Again, tighten your abs, squeeze the thighs, fold your chest toward your thighs. Come back up, sit your hips down, lift your arms up. Exhale, hands to center or arms along your sides. One more of those. Inhale back up. Exhale and fold. Hinge at your hips, bend your knees, hands to the block if you need it. You can also use different settings on the block. You've got short, medium, and tall. Again, abs and thighs active, stretching through the backs of the thighs. Core engagement to protect your spine and chin tucked. Half lift, hands to your shins, pull your body forward. Top of the head faces the wall in front of you. Chin pulls toward your chest, so making an L shape with your body. And then exhale to fold. Releasing back down. Inhale, sit your hips down, reach all the way back up. And release your arms along your sides. Nice job on the half sun sals. From here, we're going to step back into a lunge. So bring your left foot to the back, knee over the ankle on the front foot, squeeze your legs toward one another. Bring the block, if you have it, inside your right foot. If you don't have it, that's fine. And then from here, you're going to reach your right arm up into a runner's lunge twist. This is a really nice twist for your spine. Try to keep your hips squared as you're doing this. So legs squeeze toward one another, right hip stays somewhat below the left hip. Reach that right arm up and back. Look up at your right hand. So again, we're getting a twist to the spine. To challenge yourself a little bit more with this twist, bring your right hand to the outside of your left hip and then roll back the right shoulder even more. One more breath. And then go ahead and release the twist. Hands back down. Step back up to a mountain pose. And switch sides. Step your right foot to the back. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Pull your chest forward. Try to make a straight line from your back heel to the top of your head. If you want to use the block if you feel like your chest was collapsing before. From here, reach your left arm up. Open up your left side or your body to the left side of the room. Roll back the left shoulder. Look up at the hand. Try to keep the hips square. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more here with balance, go ahead and remove the support from the block so your hands are hovering off the ground. This is a pretty quick pose. We've only got one more breath here. And then go ahead and release the hand down. Step all the way back up to mountain pose. Nice job. Take a wide stance. We're going to move into a wide-legged forward fold. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Use your block if your hamstrings are tight. Bring the block to the ground, centered between your legs. Squeeze your thighs toward one another. Tighten your thighs. Tighten your core. And try to make your spine nice and long at first. Take one breath here. Tightening the abs, squeezing your thighs. And then next, exhale. Go ahead and fold down. So tightening your abs just like you were doing an ab exercise or a crunch. Looking behind you, keeping your thighs active. If this is uncomfortable, bend your knees so you can get your hands to the ground. And again, you can also use that block. So you've got a lot of options here to help make this pose work for you. Just one more breath here. And then bring your hands to your hips. Pull your chest forward. Come all the way back up. Nicely done. From here, we're going to pivot. So right leg forward. Turn your left foot in. So that's about 45 degrees out from the left or from the right foot. So kind of in a warrior one or a pyramid stance. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Start with the knee over your ankle and your front foot. And I'm actually going to have you use a block here. So block inside your right foot. If you don't have one, that's fine. Pull your chest forward, so make your torso nice and long. And then from here, straighten your right leg until you feel a stretch in the back of your right thigh. You want to keep the hips squared here. So notice if you've got your left hip way above the right hip, try to pull that left hip down and pull your right hip back. We're also going to scissor the legs, so squeezing your legs toward one another as you pull your torso forward. So again, this is focusing on strengthening your core. We're strengthening your hips. We're also working on the mobility in your hamstrings. And then from here, pull your chest forward a little bit more, moving into Revolved Pyramid. Reach your right arm up, twist, look up at your right hand. If it's difficult to twist and reach your arm up all the way, twist as much as you can with your hips staying squared. So don't allow your hips to go way out of whack here. Focus instead on doing the pose in a way that works for you, meaning don't twist so far that your hips become unaligned. So just go as far as you can while maintaining proper positioning with your hips. You want to lengthen the torso forward, so press the top of your head away from your hips, making your body long, and then roll back your right shoulder a little bit more. So inhaling to lengthen, and then exhaling to increase the depth of the twist. All right, go ahead and release that hand down. We're going to step back up to a mountain and then switch sides. So now left leg is forward, right leg is back, starting off in a pyramid stance, right foot facing slightly out. Again, hips squared forward. Go ahead and bring that block inside your left foot now. Start with the knee over the ankle and the front foot. Pull your torso forward so that your back is long, your torso is long. And then start to straighten that left leg until you feel a stretch. You might actually feel a stretch with your knee not bent much at all, or bent a lot, and that's fine. So just straighten as much as you need to until you feel that stretch. Pull your torso forward and squeeze your legs toward one another. So my left foot is squeezing toward my right foot, and my right foot is squeezing back toward my left foot. My goal here is to keep my back as straight as possible. The other variation is kind of folding your chest down even more toward your thigh. So there's two variations. You can keep the back flat, or you can fold chest to thigh. Now moving to Revolved Pyramid, we're going to pull the chest forward, so make your back flat, lift it up. Right hand to the block, reach your left arm up, open up your body to the left side, reach back the left shoulder, and hold this twist. Legs are still active, so legs squeezing toward one another. As you inhale, pull your torso forward, press the top of your head away from your feet. And as you exhale, twist back a little bit more. 2 more breaths here. This is a very powerful pose for your spine. Really good for working on spinal mobility. We're also strengthening the core in the process. To challenge yourself even more here, release the block and just use your hands kind of hovering on the ground. And then go ahead and release your hand. Step back up to a mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. And then from here, take it back to a plank. Hands under your shoulders. Knees lifted. Making a straight line from your heels to your shoulders. Pull your neck toward the ceiling. Look slightly forward. This is going to help strengthen your neck. For more of a challenge, squeeze your hands toward your feet and your feet back toward your hands. One more deep breath. Go ahead and lower your chest all the way down to the floor. And then move into a Cobra. Flip your feet, squeeze your legs together, press the tops of your feet into the ground, really push your feet down, tighten your abs, and lift your chest away from the ground. Not pressing your hands into the ground, but lifting your chest away from the ground. Squeeze your elbows back and up, and look forward. Lengthen your neck. Hold it for 5 more seconds. Go ahead and release down. And from here, take it back into a down dog. So easiest way to get to a down dog, start in a plank, bend your knees, hike your hips up and back, and try to make a pyramid shape with your body. Squeeze your thighs toward your chest. Open up your shoulders by pushing your chest back toward your thighs. Squeeze your arms toward one another and allow your neck to relax. So even if you're looking at me right now, don't look at me. Just relax your neck, look back through your legs, let your neck hang nice and heavy. Focus on tightening your thighs and your abs. If you need to bend your knees more so you can engage your abs, bend your knees a lot. That's fine. You can also bring your feet a little bit further back, away from your hands. That's also going to help. Remember, you want to do the pose in a way that works for you. Don't just look at me and try to copy me, because we all have different mobility, different strength levels. One more breath. And then go ahead and release all the way down onto your chest. We're going to do another spine strengthener here. This is called Sphinx. So forearms, shoulder width distant, parallel to one another. Squeeze your elbows toward one another. Flip your feet, just like you did for Cobra. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. Squeeze your thighs. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Lift your chest using your hip and your core strength. Your arms are supporting you, but they're not pushing up. And then pull your chin and your neck toward the back. And you're going to feel this in the mid and upper back. So this is a really nice pose for strengthening your thoracic spine area. So if you sit a lot and you round and you have bad posture, this is a fantastic pose. One of the best poses you can do to fix posture. We're going to do 10 more seconds here. That's one breath. And then go ahead and release. And from here, moving into happy baby. So go ahead and flip over onto your back. Easy way. Happy baby is easy. You're going to bring your left knee in, bring your left elbow inside your left knee, grab the outside of your left foot, and then bring the left
sole of the foot to face straight up toward the ceiling, and then do the same thing with your right leg. So right elbow inside the right knee, grab the outside of the right foot, and do the most masculine pose that there is. Just kidding. Press your knees out wide and tighten your abs. You want to try and get your lower back to the floor here. Make sure that your neck is relaxed. So I recommend lengthening your neck and then tucking your chin toward your throat and trying to set the back of your neck down on the ground. Again, we want to pull the knees in tight, at the same time pressing your knees out. So you're going to feel stretching in your hips here, and you should feel a release in your lower back. If you have difficulty with this, we're going to use a strap like so. So you're going to put the strap on your feet, on the soles of your feet, and that way you're kind of making your arms longer. This way you can get your back flat on the ground, and you can do this pose in a way that you're not lifting your torso off the ground, but actually relaxing your torso down. All right, and then go ahead and release that. And we're gonna switch into our final pose, recline twist. So knees are gonna start over your hips. Bring your legs over to the right. Bring your right hand on top of your left knee. Tighten the left side of your body. Bring your left arm out to the left. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then exhale and twist. Look over toward the left. Breathing in and out of the nose. And as you twist, sometimes it's difficult to breathe here. So you want to make sure you're maintaining nice, long, controlled breathing. So we're tightening through the left side of the body, tightening the abs, tightening the ribs, and then also tightening the outer hip. And we're going to feel a stretch from the lower back up through the shoulder. You might also feel a stretch through your chest if your chest is tight. And we're looking over to the left so that we're getting a nice stretch through the neck as well. One more breath. And then bring it back to the middle. Hang out in the middle for one breath. Just allow yourself to reset. And then as you exhale, legs over to the left now. You're going to bring your left hand on top of your right knee. Extend your right arm out to the right. Thank you, Kaya. And then look over toward the right. Remember, we want to keep length through your spine, so try to get as long as you can from the base of your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head, and then look over to the right. We're going to tighten through the right side of the body so that you feel a deeper stretch through the outer right hip and through the lower and mid back. Again, breathing in and out of the nose. As you exhale, try to work deeper into it. So you're actually releasing deeper into the pose, twisting a little bit more. And even if you don't move, just getting more relaxed in that degree of twist. So sometimes you're not actually going to go deeper into the pose, but if you can relax and feel more comfortable in the position that you're in, that's also the same thing as going deeper or going further. All right, and then go ahead and bring your knees back to the middle. Sit on up. And we are all done with the strong spine, strong body routine. So again, guys, that is a routine from my upcoming book, Yoga Fitness for Men, the ultimate no-nonsense guide to the physical practice of yoga, published by DK Publishers. I wrote it, so I'm super excited about it. All of the poses, all the routines, all the programs were designed by me. I think it's the perfect tool for any guy to learn yoga for fitness.